So we're going to talk about step 6. Step 6 is really the completion of step 3. Steps 1, 2, and 3, we redo them in 4, 5, and 6 on a deeper level, right? Because we come in 1 and we have a problem with alcohol. We can see that alcohol is a problem. And we treat the problem directly by not out drinking alcohol. And our lives get better because we're not drinking alcohol. And that's the beginning of recovery, because I can see something happened, right? I couldn't not drink before. Something came in and humbled me. And then after that humbling, I was open to something else, and I was able to accept AA as a way of life for not drinking. And I come into AA and I get the help to not drink one day at a time. They teach me how to not drink. And then I do step 2, and I allow AA and this higher power that I have no understanding of, none. I allow it to become the thing that I say is keeping me not drinking, because I know that on my own power, I was not able to not drink. And so I can say something has restored me to sanity around alcohol. And I have another little tiny surrender that something, I need something to help me, even if it's just alcohol, right? Then step 3, I make a decision to turn my alcohol and my alcoholic life over to the care of God, as I have no understanding. Oh, I have a little understanding. It's a little bit understood by me that something is giving me the strength and has relieved me of the obsession to drink, right?
Okay.
So I have that awareness, and I have a little different way of life now. Then I go to 4. And 4 isn't even about alcohol. 4 is now going to take me back to step 1, where I see that my life is unmanageable, drunk or sober. And so I write down everyone that I hate, because the people I hate are the things that I think made my life unmanageable. Right? It was unmanageable because things happened in my life. People did things to me that made my life unmanageable. So I write down the names of all those people that did anything to me. And then at some point, because I've done 1, 2, and 3, and because I have a little understanding that there's something that could restore me to sanity, at least when it comes to alcohol, I ask that something to help me see the truth about my resentments. And then I see the most amazing thing. I see that most of my resentments are of my own making. Most of them are an idea that I had at the time that something happened that I've now used as an excuse to act badly the rest of my life. And so my troubles aren't you. My troubles are what my mind tells me about you. And my troubles are what my mind tells me about how the world works. And I try to be the power for my life using the information that I have in my mind, and I don't do well because it's mostly a lie. Mostly what my mind tells me is a lie, because it tells me that you and I are separate. And you and I aren't separate. We're one. We're one spirit. Is the same spirit in me is the same spirit in you. You don't get your own spirit. You don't have a separate spirit. And so I start to see who I am in 4. And in 5, I get restored to sanity around what I've seen in 4, because I share my life with another human being and with God. And I ask God, and I ask this other human being, is this real? What I'm seeing here, is this real? Is this the truth? And that other human being can help you and help me to see who I really am. For the first time in my life, I'm restored to sanity by God in step 5. And in step 6, knowing what I know about who I am ready to have God remove all of my story, all of my defects. So the questions in step 6 are, do I see that my behavior up until this point has been objectionable around everything, around all of my relationships, around my business? Even when I was good, I was still trying to get.
Yeah.
So do I see that my behavior was objectionable everywhere in my life? Have I been restored to sanity around my behavior? Do I see, the second question is, do I see that that is the best I can do today or yesterday was the best and is the best I can do on my own power? And am I now ready to let God be the power for my life? Am I now ready again to make the decision more deeply to turn my will, what I think, and my life? No, my will is what I do, and my life is my inner life, my thought life, my thoughts, over to the care of God, as I understood Him from this work that we've done so far. So that's what 6 is all about. 6 is about making the decision to no longer run my life on my own power. And if I've seen who I really am, I have been crushed. I have been humbled. I have seen that my will is of no use to me whatsoever except in aligning it with God's will and God's intention for me on this planet. And if I can see that, then maybe I can have a new something today. Because nothing new is going to come from you. Nothing new is going to come from your ego. Because your ego isn't pliable, it's closed. It's done. It's a closed mind. Nothing new comes into it. Everything is your story.
So you're saying that the resentment at 4 is the story that I told myself. I got a big resentment towards AA people. And I just got where I got sick